Good day my little robins, it's me Beth and I'm back with another video on the channel. If you haven't already read the title, we are back reacting to Motionless in White. It has been a while since we reacted to this band here on the channel, and we are reacting to the brand new song and music video Werewolf, not to be mistaken with the game Werewolf, which is an amazing game to play. Now I believe this came out on Halloween, which would make sense with a title and like the thumbnail. I'm guessing they're werewolves. But I had other plans on Halloween. I saw the Rasmus instead, so I didn't react to this, so I'm getting around to reacting to it now. This is off their new album, Scoring the End of the World, and with some of these like bands that on this channel, like more so the like Western bands, so like the European, British, American bands, more so than like the Japanese and like the K-pop. Most of these bands I have been listening to since high school, and Motionless in White is no exception. I have seen them live twice, and well, I've done my thoughts and opinions on how Motionless in White are live. They are a band that I prefer now to listen to the music and watch the music videos, and I prefer to see them live because I've had two disappointing live performances. So, but yeah, let's see Werewolf. I'm intrigued. I saw the thumbnail with like the yellow eyes, and I saw like the social media posts, and I'm now like, okay. Motionless in White, you know, if they didn't release a song on Halloween, it wouldn't be Motionless in White. Before we begin, if you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified of when I upload on this channel. Enough rambling, let's just dive straight into Motionless in White. Let's press play. Okay, full moon imagery. The wolf howl. Okay.
I can feel you, I can hear you howling in my bones.
Why, Chris?
Looking in the dark.
So they've done like vampires and now werewolves.
Control. I get to where you end and where
His voice is one of a kind. It's like Andy.
Ferocious diagnosis under moonlit hands. Well, the man become the monster, or the monster become man.
Ooh, I like that. I like that lyric.
I could be up all night, but I'm paralyzed when the creature comes alive. 'Cause it's fatal fright in the
Those jackets kind of remind me of Michael Jackson's Thriller.
I could be honest, I could be human, I could become the silver bullet in your head. But no one can break my heart like I can.
Okay. Like hypnotic.
From the bite marks ever bittersweet. Smile for the camera, but don't flash your teeth. Let the bodies hit the dance floor to this heartbreak beat. I feel like somebody's watching me. Feels like everybody's watching me. Seductively destructive, we are true romancers.
I don't know what to think.
The monster become man. I could be up all night, but I'm paralyzed when the creature comes alive. 'Cause it's fatal fright in the full moonlight. You can run.
Okay, maybe they all do Thriller references.
Honest, I could be human. I could become the silver bullet in your head. But you can't break my heart like I can. Fight these cravings in the night. A beast just burning by his bite. Can't fight these cravings in the night. You can't break my heart like I can. Fight these cravings in the night. When walking feet the appetite. Can't fight these cravings in the night. You can't break my heart like I can. And in the pale moonlight, I'm dead to be paid. For one must suffer for all eternity. Lost forever, even guilty pleasures. I could be up all night, but I'm paralyzed when the creature comes alive. Don't wanna feel.
I'm not sure if I like the her werewolf makeup.
I could be human, I could become the silver bullet in your head.
Little Chris at makeup. Okay. Motionless in White. Werewolf. Let's just get into it. Motionless in White have come a long way since like the early 2010s. Like, if I was to compare this song to one of my favourites, Reincarnate, and like compare them side by side, and like I gave them to a friend who didn't know Motionless in White and said listen to Werewolf and listen to like Reincarnate, I doubt that people would say that they sound or they are the same band. But Motionless in White have done what a lot of bands have done, who have managed to like stick around all these years, and they have evolved, they have matured, and we did have the moments where Chris did like the deep growls, and I'm like, they can do the growls and like the lyrics that you can't understand. But then I also do like when bands kind of pull back and it was like a little bit more mellow. Like the beat kind of like sounded like more like 80s synth, like electronic, more like it was like hypnotic, like enthralling. You then had like the references to like the Thriller dance, and like you had the jackets, and I was like, okay, they're paying homage. I can deal with this. And then she became a werewolf, he became a werewolf, they had the yellow eyes. Not a big fan of the werewolf makeup itself. I don't know if it's because I have recently gone back and I'm rewatching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but when like the werewolf head first became a thing and like he had like the pointy ears, and before it had like more hair and it was kind of more balding, I was just reminded of the Master in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know, the Master Vampire who had the pointy ears and bald. Before like the werewolf got the hair, I was like, that reminds me of the Master from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But yeah, Motionless in White, this felt more like, not a serious song, but it felt more camp with all like some of like the references, like the way it was shot, the way it was sounded. Because for me, Chris is kind of to the degree like Andy from like Black Veil Brides. They have distinctive voices, but I just don't know why when I've seen Motionless in White live twice, that Chris's vocals have just been really subpar. And I went with like friends who are big Motionless in White fans, and we all agreed that they sound a lot better in the studio where it can be edited, more so live. That's just a personal preference, but Werewolf. I would have liked to see like more of like the band getting involved and turning into werewolves, but you know, I was all for the pretty lady having like her werewolf gang, and then Chris was dancing in the middle. I had such a crush on Chris back in my high school days, back in when I wore a lot more black than I do now. He's a good looking guy and he sings so, his voice, like mix his voice with the whole like the way that it had been like edited and like the way it sounded with like the guitars and the drums, and I was like very hypnotic, very enthralling. Okay, my favourite lyric was, will the man become the monster or the monster become man? And it's kind of like that age-old Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, who's the bad guy, who's the monster? Are werewolves just misunderstood creatures? But yeah, there were lots of like, bleed the neon from the bite marks, ever bittersweet, smile for the camera but don't flash your teeth, everybody loves a mystery. Let the bodies hit the dance floor to this heartbreak beat. I feel like somebody's watching me. It feels like they're watching me. Do 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 do. That was another song, and it wasn't Michael Jackson. Somebody's watching me. I'm gonna figure that out, and then I'll leave it in the comments. But yeah, that lyric, I've heard that before. That was like mid 2000s. So, I could become the silver bullet in your head, but you can't break my heart like I can. Can't fight these cravings in the night. And in the pale moonlight, a debt to be paid, for one must suffer for all eternity. Nothing lasts forever, even guilty pleasures. I could be up all night, but I'm paralysed when the creature comes alive. Don't want to feel. I could be honest. I could be human. I could become the silver bullet in your head. Now you can't break my heart like I can, werewolf. Sounds like you didn't want to be a werewolf in the first place, but Chris, you're a werewolf. Does the rest of the band know, or are they werewolves? But like I said, Motionless in White, they have definitely gone through, like, listening to, like, Motionless in White, old stuff versus new stuff, it's like, okay. Sound-wise, they've evolved, but then you can see, like, the Motionless in White imagery continues to be the same. Creepy, dark, gothic, emo. So that part of Motionless in White has remained, and as long as they keep doing that in the music videos, my forever emo heart will be forever happy. That's my symbolism of a heartbeat, and it's not that good. In the comments below, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on the song, the video, the band. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Sound off. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion here on the channel, and trust me, a lot of you guys are very opinionated. Just gonna throw it out there. Yeah, but let's just wrap up this video. That's a lie, because I haven't given you my rating / ranking. I was so like, oh, I'm in a flow. Okay, if I had to give Werewolf by Motionless in White a rating out of 10, guys, it is getting an 8 out of 10. 8 is great here on the channel. Did it blow my mind? No, because there were parts I liked and there were parts I didn't like. So 8 out of 10, 8 is great. You're going to slay me in the comments or put like a silver bullet in my head. Yeah, let's just wrap this up before I continue to ramble. If you'd like to support me and the channel in the future, you can by clicking like to show me some love. You can click subscribe and tap that bell to be notified when I upload on this channel. At the end of this video, you can check out my last 2 videos or playlist, depending on what mood I'm in when I'm editing this. Until next time, I'm Beth. Keep listening to good music. Goodbye.